Good afternoon. This is Keith Brown in Moultrie, Georgia with Commodity Consulting with some commodity comments for Wednesday. It's about 2:15 Eastern Time. We are greatly anticipating the big numbers that come out on Friday, which would be the USDA's planted acres as well as quarterly grain stocks. Those stocks reports of late have been very violent. We've had several limit up, limit down days as a result of those, really because the private forecasters are at great odds with the USDA tabulators on how they do arrive at supplies of corn, beans, wheat, and cotton. There's been some huge disparities, of course, and the trade is caught several times leaning the wrong way, and that, of course, obviously has caused a huge break in the and rally, depending on how the trade was positioned. At any rate, suffice to say that we're looking for a little more cotton from the March intentions, rather. We're looking for more cotton acres, maybe a little less corn acres, a record amount of soybean acres, 78 million, 95 million on the corn, and maybe a little larger wheat crop. So we'll see how those do pan out. Of course, whatever the numbers are, they'll be immediately digested, and then we'll be on our merry way as we look at weather. And right now, the weather in the Midwest is quite benign. If you look back a year ago, in southern Illinois and Indiana, they were recording 102-degree temperatures with no rain. And now the weatherman suggests as we go into the same period this year, we're looking at the mid-80s with some rain all around. So certainly a different element this year than last year weather-wise. Of course, in cotton, we know that 75% of the Texas cotton crop right now is rated from fair to very poor. So Texas is certainly suffering once again on that. But suffice to say, we're seeing a lot of positioning for that, for those numbers. And, of course, we'll have to wait. Those numbers come out Friday at high noon. And so we'll have a pretty active Friday afternoon trade, obviously. And then we'll start, again, look at weather, compute yield, abandonment, all the alike. And then we'll go through the calendar and see what happens. Right now, the cotton action to us is very poor. We've dropped 600 points over the last 10 days. We went back up 2 cents yesterday. We're right now down 120 of that. So cotton doesn't look all that spiffy. Grains basically kind of unchanged, except corn around 573. The beans, 1276 down 2. And wheat down about, unfortunately, 10 cents at 663. So a pretty undecided but nasty sort of day. We'll see what tomorrow brings. If you have any questions or comments, give us a call at 1-800-910-1910. Thanks for listening.